Alright guys, now I'm gonna go through my recent Universal Studio titles. I have 20 of them. So to give a heads up, there are 2 stacks with 10 of them each. I made 2 stacks with. There were 2 stacks of contain 10 on one, the other with 10. First up is the second of the Fast and Furious films, Too Fast, Too Furious, Walker, Tyrese, and Eva Mendes. I need to start watching these movies. This movie's 108 minutes. It's rated PG-13 for street racing, violence, language, and some sexuality. James Seymour, Paul Walker, Tyrese. I said those 2 already. But Cole Halser, Lucas is also in it. It's got a lot of bonus features. Here's the Blu-ray disc. I need to, sorry. What the? That was a wrap from one of my unboxings from Walmart. That one I got 5 Below. This is 2 guns I got at Walmart. At the in the $5 bin. 3 Blue exclusives, plus 3 more bonus features, which also includes a commentary. Too Fast, Too Furious has a commentary as well. Rated R for violence. There's also language and nudity, but there's not a lot of nudity in this movie. There's a short use of nudity. It's 110 minutes. Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington stars in this film. It also features Fat Ward, James Marsden, Edward James Olmos, and Paula Patton, Bill Paxton are also in it. Next up is A Haunted House, starring Mark Wayans, Seth Atkins, Cedric Entertainment, Nick Sorensen, and David Koechner. I thought it was Larry Miller at one point, but no. Anyways, it has the My Scenes and How to Survive Paranormal Presence. Rated R for crude and sexual content, language, and joke use is 87 minutes. This is actually a parody of Paranormal Activity. It's a ripoff. The code that came with this, I already used in my Movies in Your account. Next up is A Haunted House 2. Jane Presley's in this. Coin 3 the actors that appeared in the first one. Taking a look at the slip cover first. This movie is rated R for gross sexual content, nudity, pervasive language, drug use, and some raw images. It is 87 minutes. It's A Haunted House Blu-ray disc, and there's the DVD for A Haunted House. It's an ad for Regal. Something Louis. Well, that was Regal. The other side was the digital code. I'm going to say that I've already used the code for The Haunted House 2. Next up is Assassin Assault on Clinic 13. A Haunted House is also, 2 is also a parody of Paranormal Activity. I gotta say, I would stick to Paranormal Activity instead of those two, though. Because I don't think there'd be any successful compared to Paranormal Activity is. This movie's rated R for strong violence and like throughout, and there's some drunk content as well. There is no inserts in this from this Blu-ray. All kind of look like the same discs. Yeah, mums. This is another movie. This is a movie I did not see in theaters. But we did watch this. The movies rated R for sexual material, full frontal, functional frontier, language for drug and alcohol content. Let's watch it once. There's the discs. The DVD is black disc. The digital code, I couldn't redeem the digital code on movies anywhere, but somebody must have did it before I could. Whoever did it was the thief. Down Spiders Club. This movie is rated R for pervasive language and so strong sexual content, nudity, and drug use. 117 minutes. From the Valley College Public Library's book sale. Bad Moms I got from Target. That one I got from 7-Eleven. Next up is Death Race 3 Inferno. Such weapons. Rated R for violence and language, well, and sexual content. The unrated version is 106 minutes. The Blu-ray disc is black, not the DVD. And I tried to redeem the code on movies anywhere, but somebody must have redeemed it before I could. Whoever did was the thief. Doomsday. This is the Blu-ray. This is the unrated version, by the way. This version is 13 minutes. Here's the disc. Next up is Fast and Furious. The Fast and the Furious 4. Excuse me for that. Sorry about that. Two explosives. There is also more bonus features as well. Rated PG-13 for intense sixes of violence and action, some sexual content, language, and drug references. It's 107 minutes. There's the disc for the film. And I already used the additional code in my Movies Anywhere account for Fast and Furious. I also used the code for this movie. This is Fast 5. It's PG-13 for intense sexes of violence and action, sexual content, and language. Basically, it's 131 minutes and 132 minutes for the unrated version. There's the Blu-ray disc for Fast 5. The periwinkle colored DVD. I already used the code for this movie, and there's an ad for Bridesmaid. So yeah, I already got the code for Fast 5. The Gangster Marshall's next. The Blu-ray disc is right there. Jason Segel is in this, and so is Russell Brand. There's also in St. Trinity. Is a UK film. a British film. Yeah, I need to check this movie out. Did I? Don't think so. Next up is Knocked Up with Seth Rogen. That's a lot of monsters for this particular movie. It's very R for sexual content, drug use, and language. It's 129 minutes, 133 minutes to the other version. For Gangster Marshall is 111 minutes, but its other version, which is not rated, is 118 minutes, which is I think 7 minutes longer. The Green Zone, Matt Damon. There's also Jason Bird. It's him with the director Paul Greengrass. Rated R for violence and language, and it's 115 minutes. Excuse me. Sorry for that. Next up is State of Play, which is a Blu-ray from check out 7-Eleven, I believe. It's rated PG-13 for some violence and language, which includes sexual references, and there's also drug content in this film. It's for 128 minutes. And State Play, I'm gonna say, does not have a lot of drug content, so there's short use of that. Next up is The Depth with Helen Mirren. There's The Bone Stitchers. 115 minutes is rated R for violence, some violence, and language. There's the Blu-ray disc. I also got this at 7-Eleven. Next up is The Fast and the Furious, which I got 5 below. This is the beginning of the series. It's 107 minutes and rated PG-13 for violence, sexual content, and language. The Blu-ray disc has discard. Next up is the third of them. It is The Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift. This movie has Blue exclusive, has more additional bonus features. It's rated PG-13 for reckless and illegal behavior, which involves teens. It also contains violence, language, and sexual content. It's 105 minutes. There's a disc. And I think somebody redeemed the code before I could. Or unless I didn't manage to do it. I think it was redeemed by somebody. Whoever did. I tried to redeem that moves anywhere, but somebody managed to do it before I could. Whoever did it is a thief. This is 40s next. Rated R for sexual content, crude humor, pervasive language, and drug material. It is 134 minutes, 137 minutes for the unrated version. There's the Blu-ray disc. Digital copy code. The digital copy code that included with this movie I used on Moves Anywhere, and I was successfully able to redeem it on Moves Anywhere. So don't even ask for it. I couldn't use the code for this the movie. Well, Wanted's digital code did not work. moves anywhere. This is the last Blu-ray, by the way. The next video I'm going to be doing is for the 20th Century Fox ones. This one's rated R for strong bloody violence throughout. Also contains pervasive language and sexuality. Some sexuality. It's 110 minutes. It's rated R. I think this movie has a lot of bonus features. There's the DVD, which is a black disc. The Blu-ray, on the other hand, is the one with the disc card. And that's pretty much it for all 20 of these Blu-rays from recent Blu-rays that got Universal titles. Next up will be the recent 20th Century Fox Blu-ray titles.